we try to do different styles. And you find yourself hearing different stuff when, you know, so you have to add a drum or a cymbal or something to it to hear, I mean, to play exactly what you feeling and hearing. I tend to switch my drum on tum-tum a lot. I'm gonna show y'all that in a few. I created a beat that's really popular right now. I think that just about every drummer is probably doing it. I showed, when I was coming up, there's this guy named Keith Anderson, right? Keith, not Keith Anderson.
Kenneth
Austin.
Kenneth
Austin. Eyes. He was like my idol. He was the first snare drummer for the Rebirth.
Right.
Or second snare drummer.
First
snare drummer for the Rebirth. And he used to do this beat that just went. And I was just like amazed that he could do that. I was young. So I used to talk to him a lot. I used to say, Eyes, what made you come up with that beat? He was like, man, I was tired. My arm used to get tired. So I just do that beat. And I said, oh, so it wasn't nothing you created. He was like, no, everybody does that beat. I was like, oh, okay. So one day I was actually doing and hit the drum like that. And that started me off doing, and I'm left-handed too. So a lot of stuff that I learned was taught to me by right-handed people. I could switch it around and play left-handed and confuse them. So instead of going, I start going. And that right now is one of the most famous beats right now for a snare drummer in New Orleans. A lot of the snare drummers has changed to where they playing nearly a whole second line doing that beat there.
The drum in Africa is for communicating. If you hear a certain beat, you know where that beat comes from. Like, no, that's not my village. That's from such and such. So I know not to go that way. I need to be going this way. That's kind of like with the brass bands in New Orleans. If you're on the street, if you were to hear Rebirth on the street, be like, that's Rebirth, that's not. You know right away just by hearing the rhythm section, which is amazing. You know, people like, I knew you weren't there because I didn't hear the bass drum. Like, you did? Like, I never really paid attention to it, but people know. So that's really amazing.